Alright, I am on my way to Glenns Ferry, Idaho. I'd say I'm probably about 65 miles into my trip today. I've got about 194 miles left to go. Be about 3.5 hours. Taking a scenic route. Figured I'd turn the camera on because we got some fall colors coming in here. Pretty cool. Nice road. Starting to get some more green. First gravel road of the whole trip. Unexpected, but it's alright. It's a pretty remote area out here. Not much going on. Certainly less exciting than going through the canyons. Pretty lonely road. Just very straight, very long. Back on the road, headed to the start of the BDR Section 2. So I got about an hour and 40 minutes to get to Glenns Ferry, and then we'll see how far we can make it. Just left Burley, Idaho. Not very exciting. Pretty much just farmland. Very flat. This came out of nowhere. This is kind of cool. Fossil beds. Interesting. We're going to come back through here on the way back, so wow. It's a really cool looking little valley. First like real texture of this whole trip. Some cool rock ledges over here. This is just part of my 10-minute detour to grab some coffee, so I'm glad I came this way. I would have never seen this otherwise. Cow friends. Now, I'm not a fan of lawn ornaments, but this is the kind of lawn ornament I can get behind. A little dozer on a post, or a tractor, whatever it is. Pretty cool. I thought it was gonna point out where the fossils were, but there was like a state park back there. Anyway, kind of interesting. All right, let's get back on the road. I actually just turned around because I wanted to get this on camera. Petrified watermelons. Take one home to your mother-in-law. I don't understand or know what the context of this is at all, but looks like a bunch of rocks to me. So maybe it's just a joke. I don't know. Either way, kind of funny. Idaho's a pretty weird place. Just pulled off the highway. A little camp spot or something. Kinda cool. It's later in the day, probably pop a squat right there. Alright, now we can see some mountains. Not sure how well they'll come through on the camera, but some nice mountains out there in the distance. It's definitely getting cooler too. I can tell we're going up in elevation. Not sure what it is here, but it's starting to become a nice area. Trees. Bunch of cool rocks. A little rough. Must have had some rain right here. Too bad, as long as the road doesn't fall down the hole. Riding downhill and around gravel corners is not my favorite thing to do. So I'm just gonna take it nice and easy. But this is pretty cool. Pretty epic. Looks like a fire might have come through here at some point. A lot of dead trees. It's a long way down. I'm going over the edge there. Pretty warm out here. No shade or anything, so not a good spot where it's hot. Looks like we got a funeral going on. Looks more like a party. Interesting. Check out this little town. Seems like an interesting place. Trinity Lakes, 3 miles. Alright, well, finally found a pretty sweet camping spot. I did go a little bit further, but decided just to come back because I finally found a spot. So, so this is the Boise National Forest. pretty sweet. But I'm gonna spin the camera around and so this is near the Trinity Lakes area. I haven't quite made it there. I think it's back down that way a bit further, but like I said, I went that way for a ways, but I figured I didn't want this spot to get taken because there are quite a lot of people up here. I think archery season just started, and it's also Labor Day weekend, so I saw a cool spot, so I figured this is the one. And I'm also very tired. Got a huge tree right there. This is one of the few spots I've seen that's actually A, open, and B, got some tree cover. So that'll be good. Block some wind and stuff if it gets windy, but it's got a little fire pit here. There's a little bit of wood laying around, so hopefully I'll be able to get a little fire going and have a little bit of a chill. But I'm just gonna look at this view. It's pretty epic. Camp set up. Sun's about to go down. And right now I'm just getting some water boiled so I can chill here by the fire for a minute. Yeah, she's boiling. All right. Hopefully it all fits. Move my chair a little bit. Okay. Chicken and rice, looking pretty good. Some canned chicken mixed in there, all heated. This is a lot of food. I didn't think it was gonna make this much. It's pretty hot. Good. Pretty hot though. Alright. Well, it's morning. It's like 7 o'clock or so. I've got water boiling for some coffee, or starting to boil, trying to boil anyway. The sun is just coming up, so try to get a picture of this. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and get some coffee ready. Wanted to show this great big tree that I've been sitting by. I think I filmed it a little yesterday, but this thing is huge. I don't know that you're going to get the full scale, but this appears to be a very old tree. So I'm glad it didn't burn down whenever there was a fire here. Just going to go ahead and make one more cup of coffee. Get that going. Probably gonna skip out on breakfast today. Just maybe have a granola bar, because I ate a pretty big dinner last night. Didn't want to have food laying around, so I ate that whole rice and chicken meal, and it was probably more for a two-person serving. Or me if I was really hungry, but I had had lunch fairly late in Pine. So I'm still pretty full. So, just getting ready to leave. My mic doesn't work anymore, so we just have camera audio. So I'm not going to be able to talk much. But, yeah. All packed up. It was a pretty good spot, except for not sleeping at all. So, guess we'll head on out of here. Head back the way we came and then go into Pine.